It's the Arts Alive show with your host, Brian Smedley. Today's guest magician is Caleb Cline from Middleborough, Kentucky. Welcome to Arts Alive, Caleb.
Hello, Brian. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm very grateful for you having me on here today.
I'm real happy to have you here today, Caleb. Tell me how you got your start in magic.
I first got introduced to magic probably when I was younger. My mom used to do bridge shuffles and stuff with cards all the time, and I was intrigued by how she could do the bridge shuffle, so I got a magic book from the library, and that's the story goes from there. After I got the library book and learned a few tricks, I went to church and showed a couple of friends. And come to find out, the church ministry group, Alan, Don, Ron, for Happy Hearts Ministries, taught puppeteering, clownistry, and magic tricks as well. So I took a course with them, and that's how I got my start in magic and showmanship.
Who is your favorite magician?
Oh, my favorite magician? This is a tough one. All of them, but if I have to give credit, I guess I would say the greats, like Arthur Buckley and Di Vernon and Ed Marlowe. All your greats of anybody that has contributed to magic in the magic industry is my favorite magician, because they're helping keep magic alive.
I like all those magicians also that you had mentioned. What is your favorite magic to do?
I would have to say that my favorite magic to perform is close-up magic. I like to do I like to be right there hands-on with the person. It's fun doing stage magic, but close-up is my favorite.
What is your favorite magic books?
My favorite magic books are any and all magic books. Anything related to stage magic, close-up magic, how to do this, dove magic. It's any book written for the art is grateful for any magician to be able to read and pick up, because you never know what you can find in any of the books. My favorite series would have to be the Tarbell series, and a new book that I would love to get is the Complete Johnny Thompson series. That is something to look forward to, because people forget that with books come knowledge, and they assume they can get everything off of a YouTube video, and they don't ever learn it properly.
You won our contest with a coin trick. What is your favorite coin trick to do?
My favorite coin effect is spellbound routines. I love to do spellbounds. Those are my favorite. Those get the biggest reactions from laymen, as well as transpositions. Transpositions always get a big reaction from laymen. I love to do coin work, but the problem is, when it comes to writing your own original material, it's sometimes harder, because most of the stuff that you come up with, or come close to coming up with, somebody has already come up with before you were even born. Now, don't let that discourage you, because there's still that just makes it even a better challenge for those nowadays. Use your mind. Come up with something that's never been heard of. Break the chains. Break the cycle. Don't think outside of the box when it comes to coin work. When originality comes into it, people think they can't create, and it's not that impossible to create. It's just no one knows how to go about doing it. Set parameters for yourself. Say, I don't want to use a classic palm when I do this. I don't want to do any other sleights when I do this. I want to and challenge yourself to come up with how to come up with your own original material. If everybody's doing coin disappearances and sleights this way, challenge yourself to come up with a different way. That's how new magic is created. That's how the ground is broken for new things. Even if it's just an idea, somebody will use it. So keep your head in the game.
Yes, that is so true about being original. Darren Martineau and I had wrote a book called Magic from Scratch. And basically that's what it's all about, is coming up with the original recipe. So that's some good points there, Caleb. What do you think about camera tricks and stooges being used on television?
Magicians using camera tricks and stooges on TV, I feel like there's a time and place for everything. If it makes the trick look cleaner and play better for your audience, more power to you. In stage tricks, I understand you sometimes need a stooge. Not always, but you do sometimes need a stooge. Now, when it comes to close-up, I wouldn't recommend doing any kind of CGI or any kind of camera trick or any kind of using a stooge. That's not fair to your audience. Your audience, you're trying to perform and connect with your audience. You don't want to fool them. You want them to enjoy the magic and enjoy the journey with you. At the same time, you did fool them, but you're not saying, haha, I fooled you, you don't know how I did this. They went on the journey with you and they connected with the trick, so therefore it's more magical, but you need to figure out how to do your tricks with and without stooges, because there's a time and place for everything.
What do you think about the future of magic on YouTube and YouTube exposure in general?
With that being said, I think that the future of magic on YouTube and exposure of magic from YouTube is okay if the people are teaching the basic tips properly and correctly, but I don't feel like that's a way for them to do anything, because you're stealing. It's plagiarism. You're even though you're not physically showing the person's video, and some do, but it's your version of the said person's trick. So it's not the actual trick, and you're not sure if you're actually learning it correctly because you're not getting all the subtleties and the angles and tricks and tips that you should be getting from the actual original creator who's put the time and effort into it.
Recently on Britain's Got Talent, magician Mark Spillman did a wonderful, fantastic performance, a heartfelt performance. What is your take on his performance?
I thought Mark Spillman's performance on Britain's Got Talent was wonderful. That just proves that when you're performing, if you keep it simple, use your proper planning, and never give up, you can take yourself where you want to be. He did a great job on it. I hope he wins. I'm glad he got the golden buzzer. He deserves it after everything he's been through. No matter what, he didn't give up on his dream.
And I know you won't give up on your dreams either, Caleb. What are your future goals in magic?
My future goals in magic are to perform at the Magic Castle. I'd like to fool Penn and Teller. I would love to win a FISM trophy, possibly even open a school. I just want to keep the magic art alive and keep it flourishing and growing.
Those are very commendable goals, Caleb. Stay positive, and I want to thank you for being on my show, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope everyone watching enjoyed it too.
Thank you, Brian Smeedley and Master Magic Mentors. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, for you having me on your show, and I wish the best of luck to you guys, and I hope to work with you guys on more projects and endeavors. Thank you very much.